Hello and welcome back to Kilmainham Gaol for another one of our lockdown videos. We're still up here on the Cumann corridor, and today we're going to go into probably the most spectacular cell in the jail, certainly in terms of graffiti. This is a cell that belonged to a Republican prisoner called Brigid O'Mullane, who was here in 1923. And just here on the wall you can see the first bit of the graffiti. It depicts a picture frame. And this was very common among the prisoners. They'd cut out pictures from magazines and paste them on the wall, and then they would draw a frame around them. And you can just see they've also drawn on a string and a nail to hold it onto the wall. And then if we go around here, we see this really quite spectacular neo-Celtic pattern around the window. And again, you can just see the very kind of complex patterning that they've put around, and you can also see why we need to have a torch in here, because we've actually blocked out the light coming through the window, just because there's been quite a lot of fading over the years of the very vivid colours in the decoration. And then over here we have yet more graffiti, and this image of the tricolour, IRA 1923, and the phrase, a few men faithful and a deathless dream. And just above it, you can't quite make it out in the light. It's written in very faint white paint, and it says, "Fortune, who betrays us today, will smile on us tomorrow." And I suppose in terms of the prisoners here, they were on the Republican side during the Civil War, and I suppose they were at that stage probably on the losing side. So I suppose they're trying to keep their spirits up. And here you can see Brigid O'Mullane, prisoner here, 1922 to 23. I think in 22 she was probably in Mountjoy, but then she was moved over here. Brigid O'Mullane was a very prominent Cumann member. She'd become radicalised about 1918, and it's an interesting contrast with Cecilia Gallagher that we were talking about in the other video, who wasn't involved politically at all. Brigid O'Mullane was very active in 1918, 1919. She was in Sligo jail. She was active during the War of Independence, and again during the Civil War, and she would have been one of the senior women during the Civil War. And if you're interested in the graffiti in Kilmainham Gaol, Dr. Laura McIntyre from Aarhus University in Denmark did an exhaustive survey of all the amazing graffiti in the jail, and that's some of her results are on a dedicated website, and we'll provide a link to that. Just over the door here, you can see the symbol of Cumann. You can see their initials, and then the rifle, and the initials intertwine around the rifle. And then around the door, again, there's more of this really interesting neo-Celtic decoration. Goes the whole way around, and again, I suppose a way of exerting their sense of Irishness as well, these Republican women prisoners, and in very vivid colours as well. You can see kind of blues and reds. So in many ways this is, I suppose, one of the jewel in the crown of Kilmainham, and you can just see here the remnants of the original corner shelf. But definitely one of the most spectacular parts of the jail. And as I said, we link to Dr. McIntyre's research and the website that she produced.